Hey, how you doing? I saw online that you have a Honda CT 125. You that should have been taken down. You don't? Okay. When do you think you're going to get one in again? That's fucking rude. What? Why are you laughing? Yeah, okay. No. 2 years. You're crazy. Crazy. That can't be 2 years. That can't be. Try somebody else. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, just calling to see if you have any Honda CT 125s. I'm a what? A dreamer. What do you mean I'm a dreamer? Okay, I see. You have a waiting list. Well, how long is your waiting list? 9. 9 people. No, I don't want on your waiting list. Okay. Yeah, I'll try somebody else. Thanks. This is crazy. I don't understand. Jack here with Family and Country. So how did I end up with 3 Honda CT 125s when I'm seeing comments and other social media of people waiting sometimes up to 2 years to find just one? People post all over the CT 125 Facebook page when they get theirs because they're so excited they've waited so long. How did I get 3? And why do I have 3? Well, in order to understand, we got to first go back a little bit. Back to last summer, my first ever dual sport motorcycle ride up and around the Center County area of Pennsylvania, where I took the Himalayan and went to the Soggy Bottom Moto, held by Kissel Motorsports, And I just had an absolute blast. It took me back to my childhood. I started riding dirt bikes when I was 7 years old. I had a Rupp Roadster mini bike, my first ever. And then I went into Yamaha DT100, Yamaha IT175. And then I got into my 20s and I started riding street bikes, Suzuki, Honda, and then finally Harley Davidson. Well, recently I sold my 2014 Harley Davidson Street Glide that I got new because of just some funds we needed to do some fixing up of the home. And you know how that is. I personally can't be without something on two wheels. So I went and I got the Himalayan after doing a lot of research on it and after watching a very popular YouTube channel, Itchy Boots. I'm sure many of you are familiar with her. So I love the Himalayan. I love the idea of dual sporting. I love the idea of getting back into it. And I said to Nina, while she was with me on this trip to the Soggy Bottom, I said to her, I said, hey, if I would ever get you a motorcycle, would you take the time to learn to ride it? And would you include this in the things we do because we love to camp? And this is just another great way to go out and see nature and, you know, see the world, really. And she's like, well, yeah, I would do it. I was a little surprised by that because she's always been a passenger. She's never ridden a motorcycle before as a driver or as a rider. So I thought, wow, what a great idea. And then I find the CT125. I see all the history on it. And I'm like, this looks like a great bike. So I start calling around. I call dealerships all around Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. And then I start branching out into other counties. I had a few people laugh at me. I had a few people tell me, you know, their waiting list was 8-9 people. I didn't realize that the market was so small in the US for the CT125 while Asia is getting most of the market. So I decided, well, I won't give up. I'll still check from time to time. And I finally come up on a website of Gatto Cycle Sales out near Pittsburgh. It says they have 3. Well, one was sold. They had 2. And I said, well, I'm not going to tell Nina. I'll leave this as a Christmas gift. This would be a great his and hers Christmas. So I call the dealership, get on the phone with the guy. He's like, yep, they're here on the floor. I'm looking at them right now. I said, okay, let's talk turkey. Well, there is no talking turkey when you have a bike that is so sought after. The buyer has no leverage whatsoever. So did I get a deal? No. Did they rake me across the coals? Maybe. They were $500 above MSRP. And I knew that if I really wanted this, someone else would get it. I had to pay to play. So I put the deposit down on both bikes and I told them I'd be out the next week to pick them up. I had to come up with some excuse so she didn't know that I was getting this for her for Christmas. So I grabbed the trailer, I make the 4-hour drive out to Pittsburgh. I get both bikes. I bring them back on the trailer. Another 4 hours. And man, am I proud. I am so proud. Well, long story short, she does find out that I have them. Maybe I'll save that for another vlog as to how we spoiled the Christmas surprise. But she's excited to learn, and we'll probably get into showing that as the weather gets warmer. She is definitely not like me, where I ride year-round in Pennsylvania. I don't care if it's 10 degrees out. I'll put on the snowsuit and I'll go out and ride. So then I realized, hey, you know, I could actually maybe get another one and maybe start some kind of side gig where I could make money that would make up for, you know, what I just spent on these two. So I come up with the idea of door dashing, and then I also came up with the idea of renting the bike out. So I start looking, and sure enough, I find one on Marketplace, not far from me near Hershey, Pennsylvania. And I go to get it, and I see the guy who's selling it. I meet with him, and I could see immediately why he was selling it. He was a big guy. He was probably 6'4", over 300 pounds. And I'm just thinking, no wonder. And sure enough, that's his reason for wanting to sell it. So really, how did I get the CT125? It really comes down to, I got lucky. Here from Family and Country, and thanks for joining me today. Today we're talking about the Honda CT 125, and I fucked up, and so I'm not going to even use this. Really, it's always been there, and this camera's shaking a lot.